Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. For today's video, since it is the last day of the month, we are going to be doing my empties. I know I did not do one last month, and honestly it wasn't intentional. It just somehow didn't happen, and I was like, let's just pretend it's not happening this month. So please consider this video as a combination of my April and my May's empty. So we have a lot to go through, a lot to talk about, so many reviews. So I don't want to make this intro any longer. We're going to get right into this video. So if you want to know what all I emptied in the months of April and May, then please keep on watching. Let's start with the usual, and that is my hair care empties. The first thing I emptied out was this huge can of coconut oil by Parachute. Now I had the tiniest bit left in here because I've had this since eons, and I was finally like, you know what, let's just get down with this, because this is not something I would recommend now. Back in the day, I feel like coconut oil for most Indians meant Parachute, but now there are so many better options available in the market that you come to realize that this is probably not the best coconut oil out there. So I'm just going to move this out of my collection. I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing this because there's so many other coconut oils that I love so much more than this. They might not be as affordable as this one is, but they're better quality and they work so much better on my hair. For example, Shesha's virgin coconut oil is something I absolutely love. So this is moving out of my collection, emptying out a lot of space for me to bring in something new that I actually like. Then I finished a shampoo and a conditioner duo, and this one is by Nykaa Naturals. It's in the variant apple cider vinegar and ginger, and I have talked about this on my YouTube, on my Instagram, and everywhere else. I love that it's a budget-friendly conditioner and shampoo duo, and it still works really well. It's a lightweight conditioner and shampoo duo, so it's not going to weigh your hair down, especially in the summer times when you don't want something that's extremely moisturizing. Now, a lot of you said that this is not something that suited your hair. I feel like if you have really oily hair, this might not be something that would be too well suited for you, but if you have dry hair, this might work well for you. It really did work well for me and for my mom as well, and both of us do have slightly drier hair. So maybe if you have dry hair, give this one a shot. If you have oily hair, this might not be your best bet, but overall I really enjoyed this one and I would definitely be repurchasing this one. I also used up the Aveda Invati exfoliating shampoo. Now, in all honesty, I don't have thinning hair, and even if I did, this quantity is not enough to show a difference, so I can't say that this works for thinning hair. The results definitely says it does, but I can't vouch for it. Although I really like the shampoo in itself, it didn't dry my scalp out, but it made it feel really clean and exfoliated like it says. But the main claim that it's for, I cannot tell you if it works or not, so I can't say whether or not this is a must-have or not. My review on this is very neutral and very unfinished because I don't completely know what I feel about it. I might get a full size and try it out completely, but then again, I don't really have thinning hair. So I might look at this in about 10 years time when I might be having thinner hair. So if you want to know more reviews on this, 10 years down the line is when you should come back to my channel. Next up, I finished the Love Earth Organic Hair Mask, and honestly, it felt like a very okay hair mask. It felt more like an overhyped conditioner than a hair mask. It did not moisturize my hair extremely or give me amazing results, and plus the quantity is also a little tiny, and with my hair length I do require a lot of hair mask, so I was able to finish it out relatively quickly. I wouldn't really repurchase this. It was a very okay product, nothing too wow or wow boom, so I wouldn't really recommend this one. And the last hair care product I want to share with you guys comes from the house of Wella. This is their Color Structure Mask, and I have talked about the Color Structure shampoo and conditioner previously, and I did not like the range. And similarly with this one, I had left the tiniest bit in here because I thought I might like it in a different weather or something, but sadly it still does not work for me. I feel like again it's a very okay and a very mediocre hair mask. I didn't feel it was adding anything to my color or to my hair texture or anything, just like an overhyped conditioner. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to be repurchasing this one. I feel like the only line that I like from Wella is the Elements line. That works really well for me. Everything else that I've tried from Wella has sadly not worked for me. So yeah, I might just end up buying the Elements range once again. This one is going to go in my no-buy list. Let's move on to the bathing products now. And last month and this month, I took a slightly different approach. Now, I'm obviously working on products I've left the tiniest amount in, but I also thought to like switch things up. Let's also bring bring in minis into the equation. So I've been working on a lot of different minis, and that led to a lot of empties. Starting off with these body washes by Vivel, and these have been something I talked about when the lockdown was just introduced, because these were very affordable, and I think they're still in the market. I finished 2 of these because I had bought 2 of these, and again I tried them out and then I kept them away once I was done trying them out. So obviously I had a little bit left in one of them, and the other one was fairly easy to empty out since there isn't a lot of quantity. Even though it says you get 25 plus washes out of it, I feel like easily 30-35 washes is something you can get. So that's why I was able to finish 2 of them in 2 months, because one of them was already slightly used while the other one was fully there. But yes, these are so affordable, yet they're so good, you guys. If you are on the lookout for something extremely affordable or something that's going to be a great travel partner, definitely check these ones out, because I highly recommend these ones. Now currently I have a lot of other body washes that I need to get through, so I won't be repurchasing them. But in the future, if I want something for my travel or I just want something get affordable, then these are something I will definitely be looking at. Another body wash I finished comes from the house of Face Shop. This is their Perfume Seed body wash, and honestly I was saving this for my travels. I had traveled with it earlier as well, because this is so high on its fragrance and it actually lasts as well. It keeps you odor free for a really long time. So when I traveled to Seychelles, I actually carried this one with me, and it kept me feeling fresh throughout the day. Of course I had my deodorants and my perfumes alongside, but this was also a major part. But then I realized that, travel in the sense that we were used to is probably not going to happen soon, so might as well just use it up. So I completely use it up. I highly recommend it, even though I feel like Face Shop might have discontinued this range. I don't know why Face Shop discontinues all of my favorite ranges, but if it's available, definitely grab this one. You can get like a whole set of their body wash, lotion and all of that. Definitely check it out, because this one is absolute love, and it smells so delicious. It smells like fresh roses and a little bit of vanilla and so many more things. So good. Another shower gel I finished off is by Forest Essential. This is their bitter orange and cinnamon variant, and in all honesty, I don't think they actually retail it. This is something that I took from my hotel where I was staying. This is the Taj exclusive, I feel, but the fragrance of this one is so good that I was so gravitated towards it. Every single time I'm staying in the Taj and this is there, I literally just bag everything, and you're paying for it, so why not? But yes, this was such a good shower gel. I really enjoyed this one. The fragrance is something I absolutely like. I had a fragrance like this in my candle range as well, in the citrus collection, like the burnt cinnamony orangey fragrance is something I absolutely love. So this is something I knew my heart was desiring. I do not know if they make this as a standalone fragrance that you can purchase or not. If yes, then I will definitely leave a link for you guys down below, because I highly recommend it. Otherwise, if you can afford a staycation at Taj for this, then please do. Then I finished a body mask. Yes, a full-on body mask. I have the Alma K Dead Sea Clay with me right here. This was a huge tub. It took a while. It took me and my mom both to finish this off. I already have a backup of this. It's a very relaxing procedure, but honestly, I would prefer this to be in a spa and someone else doing it on me, because once you apply it, it's like you have to wait just sitting in your washroom and pretending you're all bougie or something. So yeah, I like this mask, but I would just like the experiential to be a little better, and that has nothing to do with the product. I know if you're someone who just wants to cool down in the summertime, you just want a little bit of clay action happening, and again, if you have the budget, because honestly, something like a multani mitti would do the same thing like this would, because multani mitti also cools you down. As a kid, my mom used to apply multani mitti on my body every weekend, so that our skin is a little calmed down and the clay can really cleanse everything out. This is just a bougier version of that. This is from the Dead Sea, but clay is clay, and all clays are great for the skin. They just serve a tiny little different purpose, but in the longer run, you can definitely do multani mitti as well. If you're feeling bougie, get this one. The whole experiential in your own washroom might not be as great as a spa or as the Dead Sea is, but it's still better than doing nothing for your whole body and just masking your face every month, because we all are guilty of that. I feel like for the longest time, I've just been masking my face and not my body. So this is a great reminder to do something for my body as well. So yeah, this is your reminder to make sure next time you have a little bit of extra time, mask your body up as well. It deserves all of the love and pampering too. I have a body oil to talk about next up, and I know what you must be thinking. Body oil, it's summertime, Shreya. We live in air conditioned environments and your skin needs all of the moisture, especially if you come from a Sahara Desert dry skin type like I do. So I have this one by Indulgeo. This is their blooming body oil, and this was relatively a very quick finish because I did get this in PR fairly recently, but obviously you're not getting the most amount of quantity. It's 100 ml and your body is a lot of surface area. What I do like about this product is the product in itself, and also the packaging, because it comes in a spray form, so you can control the amount of product you want to apply. When you have like a pour over bottle, sometimes you can pour a little bit more, a little bit less, you know how it goes. But with this one, it's really easy to control the amount. The product, when you talk about the product in itself, is a really nice and lightweight oil. It's not heavy or greasy. It gets absorbed into the skin really quickly, and it leaves your skin feeling pretty damn moisturized. I do have a couple of bottles of this already lying around, so I don't need to buy one right now. But again, if you have the budget, if you're feeling a little bougie, this is a really good oil to go for. I quickly want to talk about a body lotion that I finished up, and this is completely in line with my minis theory. This one is by Nivea, and I don't even want to talk about the name because, as we all can see, it talks about something that I do not agree with, and that is whitening. But when we talk about the lotion in itself, it is basically like any other Nivea lotion that you have out in the market. If you've ever used a Nivea lotion, this is exactly like that. I feel like all Nivea lotions perform in the same way. They're lightweight, they're moisturizing, and they're just good body lotions, basic good body lotions. They just have like different fragrances and variants out there just to like entrap all of us. So yeah, I just feel like this was a basic body lotion. I do think I received this in the PR or in some form like of a gift. Maybe like my mom won it in a kitty or something, but my mom hasn't been in a kitty since a lot of years. I do not remember buying this. I definitely did not buy this, but I do not remember the source of where it came from. So let's just say it's a PR because I don't remember. But yeah, it's a basic body lotion. However, I wouldn't be repurchasing this because it promotes an idea that I do not agree with at all. Next up, we have some more hotel empties. Let's normalize talking about hotel products and empties. We have two body lotions, one by Kronokare and one by Trussardi. The Kronokare one I think is from my recent trip to Leh and Ladakh, and the Trussardi one is from my very previous trip to Milan. But both of these are really nice body lotions. I really enjoyed them while they lasted. They were moisturizing, they were high on intensity because both of these are meant for rather colder situations. Kronokare is actually doing some great stuff, and I only find them in hotels now. I think they're in Lalit because obviously the owners are in a relationship, and they're also in some other hotels, as I feel like Vivantas also carry Kronokare. But yeah, I mostly see Kronokare in hotels now, which is sad because I feel like it's a brand that did not get its complete due. They do have some really good products. Obviously they have some their duds as well, but they have some really nice products. And Trussardi is a luxury line. It's a very bougie luxury line. I don't think you can get it in India. I might be not the most updated on that one, but again, this was a really nice body lotions, very luxe, very enriching and all of that. But I'm not going to be repurchasing that for now. Kronokare I might look at repurchasing honestly because it's affordable, and with body lotions and with my body type, because I need so much of it, I might just repurchase this one. Let's talk about skincare next up, and the first category I'm going to talk about is face wash. I have two of them with me right here. The first one being from Jhelum Loves. This is basically a handmade, homemade sort of a skincare brand by Jhelum Biswas, and this is their Honey Trap face wash. It was a very thick face wash to start off with, and it is in a pour over form of bottle, so it was slightly difficult to use. When you talk about the product in itself, I felt like this was a nice non-drying gel-based face wash, and that is that. You can obviously get a lot of face washes that fall into that category, and because this is more of a homemade situation, there are a little discrepancies here and there. So if you want to evade that and escape that, definitely there are other brands that do face washes which are a little bit more scientific, a little bit manufactured better and all of that. But overall it was a very okay experience with this one. And the other one that I finished is from Via Naturals. This is the vitamin C face wash, and again this was a gel based consistency, but it was again very thick and goopy, and it does not foam up the most, and it was a pain to remove. You really had to wash it off, and I couldn't really see any vitamin C properties in it. Honestly, with face wash it's a little difficult to see because it's only on your face for a minute, so you really can't make out. This was a gift with my purchase when back in the day there was this whole movement of brands cropping up everywhere. So I bought a lot of Via Naturals and this was a gift with my purchase, and again it was a mini, so I thought, you know what, let's just move this out of our collection. Did not enjoy this, won't recommend this one. Another face wash I emptied comes from the house of Sephora. This is their warming cleansing gel. This is another gel based face wash with warming properties in there, but I felt like it did not really warm up, and even if it did, that was only when I had it on my hands, because that warming property literally died down very quickly. So as soon as I used to reach for my face, it did not feel that warm, so it just felt very gimmicky to me. So I wouldn't really recommend this one. It was a gift with purchase, so I did not mind having it, but I wouldn't be buying a full size of this one. You can get gel based cleansers from brands like Requel or Minimalist or a lot of other brands who are doing great skincare right now without having gimmicky and properties like warming that are honestly for shits and giggles there. So yeah, wouldn't really be buying this one. I did not mind having it, but wouldn't be buying it again. I hope that's clear. Let's talk about some makeup removers because I have a few to go through. The first one being from Bioderma. This is their Sebium H2O. This is not their Sensi Bio H2O, but their Sebium H2O. And this is slightly more effective than the earlier version. And this just removes your makeup so easily. I highly recommend this one. I've talked about this multiple times. I love this one so much. It's so easy to use, so gentle on the skin as well, but so effective. So if you are on the lookout for a nice micellar water, this is the one to go for. Again, I also love the Sensi Bio. You can go for either one. Sensi Bio I feel is great if you have extremely sensitive skin, and this one is great if you have normal and or maybe like slightly sensitive skin. This one is such a good product. I highly love it. Now in contrast to that, I finished the Perenne oil. This is their cleansing argan oil, and I did not enjoy this one at all. You need so much of it to actually remove makeup, and that's why I could finish it off, because I had to use a lot of the product. The only thing that I liked about this product was the airless pump. It's an airless pump, so there is no air contamination happening, but the oil in itself is something I did not enjoy at all. It's a very dry feeling oil. It felt like it was getting absorbed into my skin rather than removing my makeup, and that's not a good feeling at all. So I won't be recommending this one. And the last makeup remover I finished comes from the house of Face Shop. It's the Dr. Belmeur cleansing water, and this one I really liked, and this lasted me for a really long time because it's a huge bottle. It's a huge bottle. Again, I'm not sure if this is something that the Face Shop is still doing or not. If they are, and if you are on the lookout for something that would last you for a really long time, then definitely check this one out. I use this mainly for a lot of my swatches and all of that because this makes everything very easy. It's very easy to use, easy to remove makeup. It has like a pump on top. Let me quickly show you this sort of a pump, so you can just squish the product up very easily and get rid of your makeup. So I really enjoyed this one, but I have these three makeup removers that are moving out of my collection, and I'm so glad. So glad honestly, because I have a lot of makeup removers to go through, but I liked two of these and I did not like one of these. I would recommend two, won't recommend one. That is the total of this empty session. I have a face mist empty next up, and it's summertime, so you guys know face mists are gonna be my best friend. But I have this one by Nat Habit because I had left the tiniest bit after I was done with my review, and this was staying in my fridge for the longest time. So I thought, you know what, it's time because Nat Habit is not something that's very long lasting. They do not use preservatives, they're a kitchen brand and all of that. But with waters, because they are like steam distilled and all of that, I was still a little bit comfortable that there's no growth or anything happening in there. Their face mask and everything had growths happening after the expiration date, so that is something I'm not comfortable with. This I was still comfortable with, but still I was like, you know what, let's just move it out of my collection and my fridge as well, because my fridge right now is overloaded with stuff and I have another mist that I need to move out of it from That Habit. And if I don't do that, my mom is gonna kill me because we're already low on space, and then these things taking up space is not something she thinks is the most ideal thing. However, let's come back to the actual product. Very okay rose water. I didn't feel it was my most favorite. I have talked about this in my review as well. I like the other lavender one way more than the rose water. There are other rose waters that I absolutely love. My favorite one does come from the Natural Wash. I really love their rose water, and then I also love Shesha's rose water. So this is not something I'm going to be repurchasing. Nat Habit, honestly, overall as a brand, I don't think I want to purchase from them again, because there is no consistency or stability involved in that one. It's a very kitchen made brand, and I feel like you can honestly do that by yourself. If you're lazy, then maybe you can go to that brand, but other than that, I don't see myself gravitating towards that sort of a brand in the near future. I might buy it and like review it for you guys, just for you guys, but if my personal opinion is to be taken into consideration, I do not feel like buying from that brand. I again have a review on it. I will leave a link for you guys up in the eye. I did like one or two things, but that again easily is DIY viable at home. So yeah, long story short, I'm not going to be repurchasing this or maybe anything else from Nat Habit soon. I finished a face mask after eons, you guys. I have the Glamglow Instamud with me right here. Basically, this was the bubble mask that was rage about like 3 or 4 years ago, and I've had this ever since. So I thought, you know what, again, it is time. It is time that this moves out of my collection. Honestly, didn't feel like it did anything great. The way I finished it up was just using it after a face wash, like pat drying my face and using it after a face wash while I was in the shower, because you only need to keep it on for a minute or so and it bubbles up on your skin. I don't know if it adds like extra oxygen to your skin or anything of that sort, and even if it does, I don't know how it's supposed to help, because we are also into the age where we are using vitamin C and everything, which is an antioxidant. So adding extra oxygen and then using antioxidants is kind of like counterproductive. So I really don't know how this was supposed to work on your skin, but again, a very, very gimmicky product, I feel like. This is out of my collection. I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing this. I don't even think it's available any longer because I took that long to finish it up. But yeah, even if it is available, I won't be recommending this one to you guys. Time to talk about my serum empties. I have two of them for you guys. The first one is the most recurring serum on this channel, and that is Estee Lauder's ANR, or Advanced Night Repair. Now, I want to start off by saying that this is a very, very conflicting product. People either love it or they hate it. Either they feel like it does everything for them or they feel like it does nothing for them. I fall into the first category. This works so well for me. It just makes my skin appear so much more healthier. My texture is so much more lesser and everything of that sort. And I'm so sorry if it doesn't work for you, because I know there's a lot of money and even like emotional investment that is made into it, and to not get results is very, very heartbreaking. But for me, this works so amazingly. So I would highly suggest you watch multiple reviews, watch people who have a similar skin type as yours or skin issues as yours before you invest into it, because again, there's a lot of monetary investment happening. All right, I love it. I swear by it. I have finished bottles and bottles of this, and I have bottles and bottles of this, so I don't need to repurchase it right now, but whenever I do in the future, I definitely will. The other serum empty we have comes from the house of Oriflame. This is their Even Out serum. It was a very milky consistency serum, and it also had a little bit of reflex particles in there. So even though it was working on your skin, it used to make your skin feel very luminous when you just applied it. Years ago, I did a paid partnership with them, and again, after I was done trying this out, it was kept, so I took this one out. My mom also used it. She also liked it. It's a moisturizing serum that basically is supposed to give you plumper looking skin, and because it has reflective particles in there, it honestly makes you look like you have plumper skin as well. So it's like a twofold thing. It works in two different ways, and I really do like this one. Obviously, I'm not sure if this is available or not. That's going to be the theme for my empties, I feel like, for the next year or so, because I'm trying to like finish out my previous products first now, and I'm like going in that order. When something is like nearing its expiry, I'm like, let's just move this out. So I'm really sorry if half of the things that I talk about are not available, but I think that's also going to motivate you to finish out the things that you have hoarded since a while and you need to move out of your collection. But overall, if this is available, it's a really nice serum. It works really nicely on the skin and it moisturizes it as well. So I enjoyed it, and so did my mom. Alrighty, the next category of empties is going to be moisturizers and facial oils. Starting off with Requel Ceramide and Hyaluronic Acid Facial Moisturizer. I have cut the tube in half because I wanted to get everything out. I do not know if I talked about this on my channel or not, but I really enjoyed this moisturizer, you guys. And this was under a budget. I actually purchased it for a top 5 under 500, but again, I'm not sure if I talked about about it or not. I had purchased their AHA face wash and this one again for that purpose, and I really enjoyed this one. It's very moisturizing, has the tiniest amount of fragrance in there, which is very mild, so it's not gonna irritate your nostrils. But I again really enjoyed this. Great for dry skin type because it's so moisturizing, so intense. As you can see, I really did enjoy it, and that's why it was cut up into half and scooped everything out of. So highly recommend this one if you are from the dry skin type, or if you're oily and you live in really wintry situation, you're going to be enjoying this one a lot because it's not greasy or heavy on the skin. And then the oil that I finished out comes from the house of Coquel. I'm really sorry for the dirty packaging. It's oil and then dust and everything gets attracted to it, and I live in India, and if you live in India, which I'm sure like 90% of you do, you know this situation happens a lot of times. But yeah, this was their rosehip oil. I enjoyed this out and out. It's such a beautiful oil. Now Coquel is a brand by Komal, Delhi fashion blogger, and I purchased this just to give her a little bit of my support because I feel like we all should support each other. But this is such a beautiful oil, you guys. I enjoyed it so much, and again, because I finished it out so quickly, it says a lot. This was a newer product in my collection, but I could not keep it down. I did review this on my reels. If you want to see that, I will try to leave a link for you guys in the bottom bar. But overall, I really like this rosehip oil. It made my skin look so plump and moisturized. So beautiful. Again, congratulations Komal for such a beautiful brand. You have amazing products going on, and I cannot wait to try more because I know whatever you're going to be doing is amazing. Before we move on to makeup, I have my last skincare category, and that is lip balms. I have 3 empties for you guys. I know 3 sounds a lot, but you'll see why. The first one I have is my Estee Lauder Pure Color Envy lip balm. I talked about this one in my products I regret buying, and in that one you could see there wasn't a lot of it left, so I literally had to just scoop out a little bit of it and use it up. And because this wasn't the most moisturizing lip balm out there, it was relatively easier to finish off because I had to reapply it constantly. And I started doing this thing where I keep a lip balm by my side table, so whenever I feel like I need a little bit of refreshment on my lips, I just go on and on my lips, and that's really helping me move through my lip balms rather quicker. Because earlier I used to get lazy, like who's gonna walk up to my vanity and get a lip balm and all of that. Now I have it on my side table so I don't get lazy, and that's why I could finish 2 more lip balms. The next one being by Flower Beauty. This is their lip sleeping mask, and I love this one so much. Think about Laneige lip sleeping mask but in a tube form. So good, so moisturizing. This is a beautiful product. If you are someone who has dry lips, chappy lips, and you want something that would heal them, get this one. This was pretty high up in my 50 lip balm videos as well, for a good reason. I love this so much, so much. And then the last lip balm empty I have comes from the house of Nivea. This is their soft rose lip balm. I've had this for years, and this took a while to empty out, so you get a lot of product in there. So if you're looking for a bang for your buck and still be affordable, this is the one to go for. However, this color is something that might add a white cast to your lips, so it might be a little wishy-washy. I would suggest go for a transparent or like maybe a more tinted version and not this one. And again, with all Nivea lip balms, they feel the same to me, so I won't say that you have to specifically get this particular variant to get a good moisturization amount. It's a good lip balm, affordable one at it, but yeah, definitely has a white cast, so get some other variant out there. And now we're down to the last category, and that is makeup. You're gonna see the constant theme of minis running. So the first empty I have is my MAC Fix Plus in the coconut variant, and of course this is a mini. You guys know I love Fix Plus so much, so this one wasn't a difficult one to finish. I love the coconut variant as well because it feels very fresh. I don't have to express why I love Fix Plus, but in a nutshell, it's one of the best fixing sprays out there. Great for the summertime. It's going to keep your makeup in place, so definitely grab this one because it's a must buy according to me. Then I finished off my Benetint mini, and this is definitely thanks to my project pan. This was sitting neglected in my vanity for a while, and then my project pan reminded me to use this one up, and I can understand why this is a cult classic product. It's such a beautiful tint, you guys. I highly recommend this one. This never failed me. It made me look so flushed and gorgeous and beautiful. I miss it dearly and so much, but I have so many other tints that I'm currently working through right now that I can't repurchase this for right now because it takes a while. It took me 5 months to finish half of a mini size, so you know that you're getting a bang for your buck. But I highly recommend this one. I love it so much. If you want to get a new tint and you want to invest a little bit into it, get this one. So beautiful, so amazing. Another Another empty that I have to attribute to my project pan has to be my Tarte mini highlighter. This is the shade Exposed. The packaging is a little ratchet because I like dropped it and it broke, but it's completely finished up. This was in my project pan last year. I'd already hit pan on it and I wanted to finish it last year. I could not. So this year I was like, you know what? Let's just get done with this. It's just a mini. It's not going to take such a long time and all of that. And I was completely wrong. Even though this is a mini, it's so densely packed and it's so reflective that you don't need a lot of it. So next time you want to grab a highlighter, definitely grab a mini because even that would last you for so long. I have learned my lesson that with makeup, minis is probably the best way to go because they're going to take you a while, and full sizes are probably never going to get emptied up, so it's better to go for minis. But for my last empty of this video, I have my Miss Claire eyelash glue, and this is the white tone eyelash glue. I recently bought their clear tone and I'm not really enjoying that much. This one was such a better formula and I am completely out of it. Like, this is dried up and how now, but I really liked it. So if you are going to be buying a new eyelash glue, I would suggest you go for white tone and not for the clear tone, even though clear tone might seem a little bit more beginner friendly, but white tone also dries down to a clear. Your lashes stay in place for a long time as well, and it's a brush on formula, so it's really easy to use too. But yes, those were all of the empties I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this and found this video helpful because I had so many mini reviews. I talked so much, you guys. Hopefully this video wasn't too long for you because I feel like I've been talking since forever now. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I'll see you guys next time. Till then, take care. I love you all so much. Mwah. Bye.